Stephanie Mielke here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Mielke, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Hello, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. I normally hop on and do a Keto Mom live in the mornings. And we were serving early this morning. So we were at our church and the church is having a conference and we got to go and serve other people, right, Annie? Uh-huh. All right, so I wanted to hop on here. It's not going to be long, but I wanted to come on here real quick. First of all, and just say good morning. Second of all, I'm not going to go over our book, Awareness Revolution, right now, but I have a thought for you this morning. So if you need a thought or something about your mindset, I've actually got two thoughts to share with you this morning. Not based on our book, but I'll get back to that tomorrow. Adaptability. We're being adaptable. So what I love to do in the mornings or early morning or later morning is help you with your mindset, give you something to think about. And then there's all the keto things later on in the day. So tell me where you're tuning in from. And I wanted to give you two things to think about this morning. Number one, good morning. Thank you for popping on and saying hi. I love that you caught us live, Robin. I love it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Audrey and Maria. Good morning, Emily. Good morning. Good morning. All right. First thought for you today. Yesterday, I worked out. Yesterday, I had somebody say, "Are you still doing CrossFit?" And I said, currently, I am not. I actually haven't worked out in, it was almost 3 weeks. You guys, that is not my DMO. That is not a good track record. The excuse that I have, and it's not an excuse, I didn't make time for it, but we were traveling for 2 weeks, and then I was really congested for 1 week, and so I just needed to breathe. And so I was like, oh my goodness, I feel better. I'm going to work out. Our family has got a process. We are in the process of moving. There's more details to come. But in that process, my CrossFit membership had come, it's done. So I didn't renew it because we are in the process of moving. Anyways, I'm working out at home. So I have to inspire myself for a little bit, which I can do. I'm telling you all of this because it's so crazy how fast you can get out of routine and how fast your body adapts to your new routine, meaning whether it has to do with eating or working out. So I worked out yesterday and I had to take a lot of breaks. I was so tired and I was like, oh my goodness, mental note. When I go on vacation, or even if I'm not feeling 100%, I told myself, I better stretch or I better move while I'm on vacation. Even if I don't have a gym, I told myself, I will not do this to myself again. I will do some squats. I will do some push-ups. I will go for a quick run because let me tell you, you know that feeling when you work out and you do a leg workout and then you can't sit down on the toilet without like almost crying. I know that sounds dumb, but I'm telling you, or walk down the stairs. 3 weeks of not doing squats or lunges or the movements that I have been used to doing, my body went, oh, we're not doing this anymore? To, oh my goodness, hello, I can't move my legs. I say all of that because as hard as it is to work out, as it might be hard to get yourself to the gym, like mentally you're like, I don't want to do this, but it is harder. The longer you don't move your body or the longer you don't pack your lunch, when you start gaining weight or you get out of shape, it is harder to get back there. And I don't like that feeling. So whoever needs to hear this, if you've been out of the gym or haven't been going for your walks, or maybe you've been letting loose on your diet or you've been giving into the donuts, get back on track and get back on track quickly. Because listen, I do not want to have to start over again. And my muscles are telling me, oh, hi, are we doing this again? I'm about to let you pay for it. So with all kidding aside, I will not let myself go that long without working out, even if I have to do something simple in my home or on the road, because my body is in a lot of pain. Now, it's good pain, and I know it will lead to muscle strengthening, good results. So that was number 1 this morning. All right. Number 2, I'm having a chat with my daughter, and her name is Annie, and she's 10. And I'll tell you this, I have never been more aware, which our book is called Awareness Revolution, of how many times, okay, let me rephrase this. The reason I want to talk about mindset so often and so much is I'm very aware of how many people don't know how to control their mindset, don't know how to control their thinking, and don't have an awareness of what they're thinking about. So we like to go through books, and we like to help you understand, like, as soon as you have an awareness around of lots of different things in your life, guess what? It actually leads to you leading a healthier life. When you have an awareness of your thoughts, you have an awareness of your actions or triggers in your life, or why you do things, or why you think about things, or how to get out of that negative mindset. So I was talking to Annie this morning. She's sitting right next to me. And she said, Mom, I was really nervous yesterday. Or Mom, I just wasn't feeling, I really hate the word anxious, but it was anxious, right? And I know there are a lot of people that deal with, like, not just health challenges, but like mind challenges of, like, whether it's anxiety or, some people would say they're depressed. I really have a lot of thoughts around that topic. I'm not going to dive down that right now, but I do know that whether it's social media or people or environments or our thoughts that go wild, it causes people to be anxious, and therefore it causes people to not do something, to not take action, and to sit in that state of worry or anxiety, and it's not going to serve you or anybody else. So I told Annie, I said, Annie, this is what we talked about this morning, right?
Yeah.
I said, Annie, you have to learn to take your thoughts captive, right? Mm-hmm. We talked about, as I think, so I feel, as I feel, so I do, and as I do, so I have. If you don't know that phrase, it's, Annie, do you know this one? As I think, so I feel, as I feel, so I do, as I do, so I have. So Annie, she said, Mom, she was worried about something. And I said, do you remember what I said to you?
You have to think about something else.
So you have to take your thoughts captive.
Yeah.
You have to think about what you're thinking about, right? Mm-hmm. And then how do you get the negative thoughts or the worried thoughts out of your mind?
By thinking about something happy.
Okay, so I said, what are some things, like if you're worried or afraid, you have to go, oh, I don't need to be like this, right? What does God say? To not be anxious about anything, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you're worried or afraid, or your mindset is when your mind is going out of control, what are you going to do?
Think about something, like something else,
that brings you joy.
Yeah.
Right? And it is a discipline, right? You have to be intentional and choose to do that. Right?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like you can do that?
Yeah.
I agree. So I had this conversation with Annie this morning as we were talking about our thoughts. And here's what I want you to know. Our thoughts can legitimately control our life. And our thoughts are powerful. They can steer you in the right direction or the wrong direction. They can keep you in your comfort zone. They can keep you stuck. They can keep you feeling miserable. And here's a thought for you today. I need you to start thinking about what you're thinking about. And you might go, wait, what? Hear me on this. And then you might have to think about it and say it. I need to start thinking about what I'm thinking about. What are the thoughts going on in your head? You have to be able to go, oh, that is a negative thought. That is a lie. that is not right, and you've got to capture it, and you have to steer yourself in the right direction. And you do that by going, all right, you know what? No, you think about like, you know what? I told Annie, I said, what are you excited about? She's excited about the move. She's excited about the friends that we have where we're moving. She's excited about the church. I said, get excited about the ocean. I want you to start thinking about things that bring you joy. So when you're in this headspace, you've got to shift it. You've got to, because your thoughts, just listen, this is the hands down, if you can understand this phrase, I say it often, but as I think, so I feel. Your thoughts create feelings. If you're anxious or worried, you get sad and you feel lonely and you hide, or you get angry or frustrated. It causes an emotion. As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. If you're sitting in that negative space, you don't do anything. You might skip your workout, or you might go through the drive-thru, or you eat your emotions. Like, you do things you don't necessarily want to do. They don't line up with your goals, which creates the results that you have. So if we reverse engineer it, if we go backwards, we go, okay, what are the actions that I'm doing? Those are not the things that are creating the person I want to become. So if I want to become a healthier version of me, if I want to become stronger, feel better, if I want to be a better mom or a better boss or employee or sister, whoever, if you have a person that you want to become, we have to reverse engineer it, and we have to go, well, what do I have currently today? Am I happy with those results? If I'm not happy, I need to look at the actions. Why am I doing these certain things? Oh, I know it's because of a feeling. Am I acting out of sadness or anger or frustration or anxiety or worry? I have to go, oh, it's here. Why am I believing that? Am I watching the news? Am I around not a great group of people? Do I need to change my friend group? Do I need to change my environment? Do I need to read a book? Do I need to follow somebody that's encouraging? It starts here. You've got to take those thoughts captive. Just like Annie has to. I've got to coach her, right? And when she gets worried or afraid or frustrated, I have to go, what are we thinking about? Well, did you read your Bible this morning? Did you listen to some good music? Are you watching the news instead of reading something that's going to lift you up? Do you have this negative person in your mind that you don't need to completely cut out, but you need to remove for a little bit? Are there certain people you need to stop following on social media? As I think, so I feel. As I feel, so I do. As I do, so I have. And it starts with your thoughts. Think about what you're thinking about. It is powerful. It is a powerful awareness that will shift everything if you can take those negative thoughts captive and then go, nope, what am I excited about today? What am I excited for in the future? That's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to find a mentor, listen to people that I value to listen to online. I'm going to read a good book. I'm going to shut off the news. I'm going to shut off the garbage music. I'm going to shut off the soap operas. I don't even know if that's a thing still. And I'm going to fix my mind on things that are true and right and joyful and lovely, because I know that when my mind is right, I feel right, I'm going to take better actions. I'm going to get better results. It starts here. So, I don't know if you believe that, but I want to tell you that. So, listen, I hope you have an incredible day. It starts here. If you say, I'm going to have an incredible day, I'm going to make it an incredible day because I'm going to choose the right thoughts, you're going to have an incredible day. Thank you for tuning in. You can ask questions below. You can reach out with questions. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com for everything that you need. How to get started, recipes, book club, ketones. Like, there's lots of things I talk about. There's more to come. I have a podcast currently called Keto Mom Secrets. So if you go to the podcast app or Spotify, Keto Mom Secrets, and I do a podcast talking about parenting with one of my teenage daughters called Who Is She Becoming? I would love for you to press the share button. Sharing is caring. I know you're either A, saying something or asking questions. My phone is overheating, so I can see things moving, but I can't read your comments, so I apologize. I'll get back to you as soon as we're done. KetoMomSecrets.com. Reach out with questions. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. I love to come back and read the comments. I love to see who's on. Your presence really does matter. If I was just yapping to myself, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd love for you to press the share button. Sharing is caring. I will come on later, I promise. and give a keto tip and draw a new name for ketones. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful morning, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.